Hey guys, it's Angela here with Turo Family Chiropractic and another movement minute for you. So something we talk a lot about is stretching, especially when you have low back issues. But when it comes to pain and relieving pain, sometimes it's not just about things being tight, it's about weakness. So actually activating those muscles will help alleviate that pain and correct things that might be causing the pain. So one area in particular that tends to have a lot of tightness, but also a lot of weakness are the glutes and your glute muscles, which, you know, a lot of different ones, but essentially your gluteus maximus, which is the big meaty part of your rear end there, can become very, very weak, especially if you, like a lot of people, sit all day long and you're not activating those muscles. So learning how to actually activate, so glute activation exercises are so important to make sure that you're actually keeping those muscles strong, which if you have very weak glutes, what's going to happen is all your legs essentially can't hold yourself up. So all the pain, all the stress is going to go to the low back. So you need to be able to have not just a strong core that we talk about, but your glutes and your legs, all of that is part of that. If those muscles are strong and active, that's going to hold yourself in an upright position, and that's going to alleviate the strain from your back. So to work on glute activation, one of the easiest things you can do if you're sitting is literally just tighten and squeeze your glute muscles together. So you're essentially just going to learn how to activate those muscles and squeeze while you're sitting there, or you can do it while you're standing. I'm doing it right now while I'm talking to you. But learning how to actually activate those muscles. Now a way to actually, if you can't quite figure out, get that mind-body connection, to learn that association, to learn what you should really be feeling, what you're going to do is while you're standing, and if you don't have the balance to do it out in open space, make sure you're standing against a wall or have a sturdy piece of furniture, counter, or something in front of you. But what you're going to do is make sure you're balanced on one leg, and you're simply going to take the other leg and go straight back to the point that you feel this right in that back part of your glute there. Now, what you don't want to do, so notice how I'm not moving this way. What a lot of people will do is lean, which is actually going to work the hamstring of the back leg, not the glute of this front leg. This is what you want to be working. So you want the motion to come from this muscle. So I don't want to lean so that I can get further. This may look like my leg's getting back further, but I'm actually not using this glute at all. Versus this motion, I've now gone back, doesn't look as far, but because I'm upright and I'm using the muscle, that is the motion that you want. So you really want to think about going back, squeeze for a second, and then controlling on the way back in. If you can, do about 10 of those all on one side and then switch. If that's too much, you can switch one side, the other side, but really focusing on feeling that squeeze, taking that pause, and making sure that you're really learning to activate those muscles. And then once you get familiar with how that's supposed to feel, you can start to incorporate it when you're sitting, when you're standing, just again, recreating that same feeling just when you're sitting there, when you're driving. And you might even notice as you start to do that, you really will start to feel a release of tension in that low back. So making sure that you're adding in that glute activation, so important for, just long-term stability, being able to hold yourself up. You really, really need to have that strong glute. So thank you guys. That's your movement minute, and we will see you next time.